So good evening, everyone. This is David and Debbie show and our team phone call. And we're both a little loopy, I think, today, just because it's been so busy. And that's a wonderful thing. We're not complaining, but that's where we are at this point. We love having our team phone call every week because we get to see all of you and get together and hear about announcements, recognition, and all wonderful things, and welcome new people. So the new people, if you'll hang on, we will get to you. And we start by, well, whatever you'd like to start with. Would you like to make some announcements, David?
Well, why don't we start with wins?
Okay, we could start with wins. So if you have a win, and that just means, like Jennifer just had her first Zoom, that's a wonderful win. And she had 5 people there, and that was absolutely fabulous. So that's a great win. If you've talked to anyone special, if you've gone up in rank, if you've made your first 3-way, whatever it is, 3-way phone call, whatever it is, if you can get on, and we'll take a couple of wins. And you just have to hit unmute.
This is Dawn. I'll go. I'm sorry. I'm eating a Mother's Day treat.
Good for you. That's a win.
That's a win.
Right.
I'll say that I'm starting to see the benefit of developing a few friendships. And at the beginning of this, I remember y'all telling me, think about the people you want to be with, that you would love to have on your team, the people that you'd like to, that you know already, that you would love to be alongside and conquer the world with them at your, in your group. And along the way, I've met people and thought, I really like them. I really think there's something special and I would like to. And so I'm beginning to see some relationships develop. And so yesterday, one of them said to me, I think you might be winning me over. Anyway, she didn't say yes yet completely, but she had a problem that, you know how nothing happens and all of a sudden they get hurt. Sometimes like David says, I wish they were sore. I wish something was hurting so I could put the gel on so they would see it. But sometimes you have to wait until something happens. And she's like, look at my hand. It was this huge bruise and now it's gone. And I know that would have taken 3 weeks. So you might be getting me here. So I feel like that was a win. It wasn't a direct customer, but she's on her way. And then I shared the skincare with her, a little challenge that we're doing. And of course, I'm not super knowledgeable with those products yet. And she kind of bared with me while I explained it to her. And she's like, I want that. I'm like, what? So that was exciting.
Come feel it, show them pictures. You don't have to be an expert in any of this. You just don't. We're so many companies sell things that are just, like okay things that you can get anywhere else, and they don't explain the science. And when you go get a new cell phone, do they tell you how it works? They just show you the benefits, right? That's all we do. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, if she wants to know more, you could send her Alan Noble's thing that he did on the skincare. It's excellent.
Yeah,
that's my next move.
Yeah, if she wants more details.
Yeah, awesome. Perfect. And it is about relationship.
Jackie had a small win. She's right here, but she's not in the camera right now. But anyway, I just have to tell you that she just talked to a chiropractor and he's very, very interested, but his major was business and marketing. I'm like, I haven't heard of too many doctors with a business marketing major, basically. So he was very interested and wanted to look at this, and he goes, yeah, I could see marketing this. So that was perfect. Most doctors aren't great businessmen, David being the exception. And Dr. Hoffman being the exception. So there you go.
That's why I'm in this team.
Exactly.
I really appreciate
the business of getting out of medicine.
Right.
Fortunately for her, she was in network marketing before she became a doctor.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a good thing.
All right,
Actually,
anybody
I
else?
had
So
a, I
who
had a
else has a
win.
win? Okay,
ahead.
go
I had
ahead.
a win using the video. So I've been shooting it out to our associates with just a text going with it. And then somewhere in my enthusiasm, I shot it off to a friend along with the same text. That was really more for associates. And she came back and she said to me, well, thanks, she said, but you know, I like Sarah V. She said, that's working well for me. So I kind of realized that I'd actually sent her this kind of salesy comment with it. I came back and I went, oh, sorry about that. I said, I was really sending that out to kind of the group, and she knows what I do. I said, but you'll probably find the video interesting anyway. So she goes, yeah, thanks very much. I'll get to look at it. Like 2 days later, I get a text. I watched the video. Send me the product or give me the link I wanted. So there you go.
Yeah, tools work really well if you use them.
All right, anyone else have a quick win?
I got a quick one. I just spoke to Carmen, who I sat next to on the plane leaving Las Vegas. And I gave her a sample tube, told her how to do 3 and 5. And she said she does a lot of nail stuff. And anyway, she said she has got a back problem anyway. Today I said, well, did you ever get a chance to use it? She said, oh my God, I did it. Around her sciatica or something was so bad. She did the 3 and 5 and then it was totally gone, and just doing that in the one time. And she's like, can't believe it. So I
Use the
said,
tools.
I said, you never know. I mean, I think it'll do something, but you never know how much. And it's great to hear that with one and done, you know?
Great.
I had something.
Yeah, go ahead, Gabby.
Hey,
Hey.
I posted something on Facebook today, those 2 books, and pretty much said, everybody's heard me talking about this. I was a skeptic, but now we got people that have nothing to do with ASEA who are writing books about it. And somebody that I've known for years called me and said, I was diagnosed with diabetes. How come you haven't told me about this? Would you send me some information? And I went, well, of course. So you just never know what's going to happen. But I was so excited about those 2 books and being able to post, look, I've been talking to you about this. I'm not trying to sell you something, but here's 2 people that have nothing to do with our company who are talking about it.
What are
We
the
don't-
2
we don't-
books you're talking about?
Let me get them.
By the way, if you all look in the chat, copy what I put in there, save it. There's 2 very short corporate videos on the cellular performance and on the skincare, and then in-depth ones that are much more detailed. But save it and watch them too, so you see what's there.
Is the second one on self-performance, is that from Alan Noble also?
Yeah.
Okay. The
This
first
one
is
I
Raymond.
love.
Who's that by?
I bought it because I'll tell you, it has to do with you. It is by Michael R. Shira, and he's a researcher, not a doctor. And I had no knowledge of it, but when I first began, you were so patient with me. I would call you for 2 months going, this person's got convex, blah, 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 blah. And you always knew what it was. And you said, this is what you do. And finally, after 2 months, you went, Gabby, does this person have a cell? And I went, oh, I got it. It took me that long to understand. And that's what that is, one disease. And I loved it because it's redox imbalance.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah, I just discovered it and got it and then posted it.
Great.
So, and then I have, well, I know she's listening. When we introduce, I've got somebody to introduce when you've got,
Okay.
when you got that ready.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. We'll get to that in a minute. Deb, do you want to do the recognition for the last week? I know some things aren't going to show up because, for instance, I think we congratulated Jay and April Mata last week for going silver, and then this past week they went gold. I don't think it's going to show up on there, but you've got all the advancements.
I do. And it hasn't shown up yet, but that's okay. It's not official until tomorrow. So here, let me share my screen. So again, for anyone new on, we know that people have been talking and sharing this with other people when they rank advance, because that's the only way you do, is by helping other people. And so when you've talked to two people and they've both agreed to sign on as an associate, you have one on your left side, one on your right side, you advance to director. Our new directors this week are Jamie Miller, Celia Lalson, sorry, Gloria Rios, Francis Sequilton, Neil Germo, Zira Dario, and Madonna Arizawa. So those are our new directors. We congratulate those.
Congrats.
When people are ordering, and every time a case goes through, it's 100 points. And so when you get 300 points on one side and 300 points on the other, you go to Director 300. We have 3 new Director 300s for this week. La Fortune 5, Jade Sabate, and Guillermo Gonzalez, our 3 new Director 300s. Congratulations to those people.
Congrats.
And with the same thing in mind, as more and more people are ordering cases, and by this time you've probably signed up a few people who are ordering cases also and getting people in, you advance to Director 700. Our new 700s this week are Elaine Gorius, Beverly Friguris, Olivia Parr-Rudd, Christy Giles, Chris Doe, Jackie Bennett, Renardo Villavero, Carolina Manigan, and Catherine Edwards. Congratulations to all of them. And we do have one executive rank, and that means that you have people that are now, you're an executive leader and you have people following you. So to get to a bronze executive, you and your team together do 2,000 points on both sides, and you have 2 Director 300s all in the same week. Our new bronze executive is molecular biology. Do you know who that is, David? Oh, that's under Ivani. I'm not sure who that is, but congratulations to our new bronze executive.
Congratulations, everybody. It's great. So many great things happening.
Absolutely.
I
You want to go into announcements? We can do that, and then
Yeah, let me just go through some announcements. I'm pulling something up I want to share on the screen, share in the chat. I shot a video. It's like 3 minutes, and this is what it looks like. I sent it out in several places, but it wasn't going through on WhatsApp. It's like 2.5 minutes, 2 minutes and 52 seconds. I'm going to put it in the chat, save it and watch it, because you may think of somebody. It's an invitation, so watch it. The fly-in we're having is May 25th at corporate. You know, for most of you know what it is. Some of you have been to it. Those of you who have not ever been to corporate, it's pretty amazing. And it's for people that are really interested in the business side of ASEA, evaluating the business side and the people running the company. So May 25th in Salt Lake City, we're having it. And that's what that little video is about. And so just do some brainstorming, I would say, for people in your business who are business-minded people. I've had people decide the day before the event to get on a plane and come. We have people coming from Mexico for this one. We have people coming, I'm not sure from the Philippines or not, mostly US. But May 25th is the date. And as far as things going on this week, nothing really out of the ordinary. Dr. Carolyn Hoffman is doing Zoom tomorrow night at this Zoom number at 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern. It's on the infrastructure document where all the Zooms are laid out for guests. And then on, I'm not sure if Alan's doing his on Thursday night. I haven't seen that, Alan Noble, but Alan is being interviewed on Friday night. I've never seen Alan interviewed on the Friday night Zoom. And so that's Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern at discoverasea.com. That's definitely for guests. And then we say all roads end on Saturday. Everything should you funnel people to the doctor Q&A that we have every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern on this Zoom number. 9:30 a.m. Eastern. This week, I am not going to do it. I have to ask Ed Los Reyes maybe to do it, Debbie, or Marty Moore, and I can't do it. I'm on my golf trip. But it is on Saturday. So those are the things that are going on. There's going to be, I'll be speaking in Melbourne, Florida on June 4th. We're gonna have a Saturday event, June 4th. If anybody in the Orlando or in Melbourne or Daytona, I'll be doing an event there with Danielle Matthews and her team on June 4th. No flyer on that yet, but it'll be coming out soon. And I think that's what I have, Deb.
David?
Hey, Carolyn.
Yeah, we should just confirm also that we've just firmed up the July 9th for Charlottesville.
Okay, yeah, and so that we're good on that. So I'll be back in Maryland by then. So July 9th, there'll be an event. That's a Saturday, Carolyn, right?
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we'll do a big event there.
And Carolyn, I never got back to you, but I will. I
No,
haven't.
you did not.
I know, sorry. I promise I will.
That's okay, Debbie, I get used to it.
I'm not used to my schedule these days, so anyway.
That's okay. Thank
Hey,
you.
David.
Yeah, Paul.
Yeah, I was reading Trish and Bob's letter today. So Alan's not doing Thursday evening,
Okay,
but he has tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's doing sharing an ASEA vision.
on discoverasea.com.
No, it's not. It's I can put the Zoom number in. It's a different Zoom number.
And what's the description?
3 p.m. Eastern?
That was 3 p.m. Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in Bob and Trish's email today.
I didn't read it yet today. Yeah. Okay. What's the description, Paul?
He just talked about sharing the vision of ASEA,
Okay.
That'll be good.
of the company.
Oh, there it is. I'm capturing it
I
here.
just put the link in there, David.
Thanks, Amy.
Great.
Thank you. All right, I got that saved. 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay. All right, should we welcome new people aboard?
Yes, I would love to.
If you
So
have.
if you have, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, one of the things we do is we like to welcome new people aboard. When you bring in, and there's a lot of new people coming in, a lot. Some will participate in this and some will not. I really encourage everybody to come to this every Monday. It's a chance for us to get together. And if we get through in time and we don't have any specific training going on, anybody can ask any questions that they want. But one of the things that we really like is getting, everybody wants to be heard. And it's so nice to welcome new people aboard. And we just ask that if you have someone new here, introduce them. And if you are new, we just like to know, your name, where you're from, what do you do? Something about you. Okay. This isn't like, hey, let's go sell products. It's like, well, something about you and what is it you like best about ASEA so far? So does anybody have anybody new on? I think Gabby said she did. You're muted if you're there, Gabby. I don't see you.
She just turned off her video. I think it's.
Muted and your video's off.
Mute.
There.
Yeah, actually, it's Mary Doggett, and she enrolled a couple of years ago. And I really think she enrolled mainly for her son, who's got spectrum stuff. Anyway, she never really got going. And after convention, I was very fired up and I started calling people who had never really gotten going because there was a bunch of them. Mary, can you hear me? I know she's on, I saw her. So I want to introduce her to you because
Hi,
I
Mary.
never got,
Can you unmute your line, Mary? There you go.
Here I am. Hi,
Hi.
I can hear you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Well-
so tell us a little bit about yourself and why you decided to get involved
Yeah,
again.
and Mary, can you put your camera on or you're not able to?
Let's see. I just pulled over. I was driving.
Oh,
It's okay.
there's a little camera, like a video camera.
There
with
it
a
is.
microphone. There you go.
Hi there.
Be
Hi.
careful.
Okay, so Gabby was like my savior and has been for the last few years. I was, single mom from day one. Got a little bit, and my son got into a motorcycle accident ended up with a traumatic brain injury situation. And Gabby came in, introduced me to the product, and then life just kind of took over. I had to take care of his surgeries, and I couldn't get involved in ASEA, but I did buy it, came on board as an associate, and has been ever since. And it's been, I guess, a couple years, but I've seen miraculous work that their medication did not work for him, but ASEA did.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's
So
wonderful.
I now, passionate about it, that I actually help some people, even with their little animals and their dogs. I'm an animal person, and I just feel like it's a wonderful thing. So
Beautiful.
want to get back into it, but at the same time, it was hard to, make a living. And I'm a realtor by trade, but so I'm able to stop and start. But really, the SIA, I want to get back into it and have reward for myself for being a single mom and trying not to, bust myself every day and help people in the meantime, like you do. So.
Well, I'm going to share something with you. And it's at the site I put together, gettingyoungerclub.com. And I don't know if you've seen this, Mary, or not, but just remember gettingyoungerclub.com and go to where it says real people, real success, 2 to 3 minutes. Password is the word redox, and Gabby can send this to you again. It's all in the infrastructure document. But go listen to the woman who you're just talking to here. Listen to her story. We play it every Zoom that we do. We play this video of Debbie. Debbie, unless Debbie's there. Debbie's not there. It's because facts tell and stories sell. This is the most powerful thing. And it's very inspiring. And if you really want to build something and build, like you say, you can stop and start with real estate. If you stop, the money stops. You build this, you stop, the money keeps coming, which is very nice. And we'll guide you. You have to tell Gabby if you want to have a conversation with me, and we'll give you some guidance and help you go as far as you want to go with it. Okay.
Thank you. I love
She
it.
wants,
Thank
she
you so
wants
much.
to be a diamond. We're working on that.
Yes, I want a diamond. I'm an Aries. I want a diamond.
Then do it. And Gabby will definitely connect you with me or Debbie to kind of go over a plan, because everybody wants diamond, but you got to have a roadmap. If you don't have a roadmap, it's kind of difficult to get there.
Exactly.
And realistic expectations. And if someone's motivated and coachable, it's a done deal. I mean, and someone says, well, that's not true. I'm motivated, I'm coachable, I'm not diamond. And you really evaluate what's going on, and they're not coachable or they're not consistent, one or the other. So Debbie did this on 20 minutes a day. That's how she got the thing off the ground, and it can happen.
Wow.
You gotta do the right things. That's all.
Yeah.
And I'm an Aries, and I know Aries can do it, because they're the ones they're like, what?
Fire.
Yes. Anyway, perfect.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Do
You're welcome.
remember your story. I do remember. I was like, that's me. That's me. That's me. Your story. I was like, oh my gosh, she looks wonderful. I have to stay that way. And, don't give up.
That's
Right.
right. Don't give up, and just keep calling people.
Okay.
So welcome back.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Gabby.
And
Yeah.
Rylona Watson has her hand up. Do you have someone?
Hi,
Hi,
it's Rolana.
Rolana. Okay.
No, not Rora, but at any rate, I had, it'll be 2 years this coming February, I had a stroke. And I would have this burning sensation coming up the back of my neck and my hip, which I spoke to David about. So I've been applying the ASEA, the gel, the spray, and finally, 2 weeks ago, and it's taken almost 3 months. 2 weeks ago, I realized that shooting, burning pain up the back of my head hasn't come back. I was not trusting of it. I kept waiting to see, but now I feel like it's not coming back, and I just wanted to share that.
That's
And to
phenomenal.
thank you all.
Glad you stuck with it.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Anybody else have someone they want to introduce? I don't see a lot of the new people because I know of so many new people that have came in last week, but I don't see their
I
name.
know. Yeah. This is recorded. I was asked that today. If there are some people, Andrew Lee, I know, called and asked me about that. This is recorded and we put it on David's Facebook page, team Facebook page called Freedom Exclamation. We also put it on my Facebook page for anyone here, Debbie's Diamond Club. And so we post it. So if you have people that you'd like to get on the team phone call, but this isn't a good time, you can always let them at least watch it and see a lot of the people and kind of start knowing who people are. And they could hear the announcements for the week at least. So. All right.
Well, there's no more new people. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to ask about anything while we wrapped it up in 30 minutes? It was pretty quick, but.
I've got an aha.
Yeah.
And again, it has to do with you, but you know, you've been mentoring me for a while and I do remember everything you say. And at one point, I sent you this text. At one point early on, I got very aggravated with somebody that I had enrolled. She wasn't taking the product. She wasn't doing things the way we told her to. She was giving away or selling one bottle at a time and all this. And I got really upset and you said, do not get upset with her. Be patient. She is a connector. No, you asked me, what is she? An influencer connector. I said a connector. Said, be patient with her. Now, one of my legs is almost all of her people, even though she's not active. It was exactly what you said would happen. And one of her people is almost always one of my D300s, which is so important for our ranking, but it was one of her people. And I never even worked with this person, so I'm starting to know.
That's great. And that's what happens for most of our businesses, everybody. I mean, you think you're going to enroll the people that are going to roll with the business and a lot of them don't. Then they're not motivated enough. They're not coachable enough. They're doing their own thing, but they can, as long as they introduce you to somebody or you're paying attention to your downline report, you can reach out to this person and be the mentor to them and connect them with the upline. Because if you leave it to the person who's just kind of playing around with this, they're going to do that person a disservice. If you don't reach in, the person who you brought in who's playing around with this, if you leave it to them to do everything with their people, then those poor people down there don't know what the heck is going on because the sponsor or the enroller doesn't know either or isn't introducing them and not guiding them. Just like I said to Gabby with Mary, let's talk so we can have a roadmap. If somebody really wants success, they need a roadmap. Anybody can do this, but it isn't just going to happen just because the support system is here. It's not going to happen just because the product works. It ain't going to happen because the product's patented. It's not just going to happen because the gel works on pain on almost everybody in a few minutes. It's not going to happen because the company is a heart-centered company. It takes effort, but it's following a process, and it's good to know what's going on in your organization because the superstars are probably not going to be the people that you bring in. It's just a numbers game that the chances that, you know, you bring in 50 people that some of those 50 are going to be the ones that rock it. Probably not. It's probably going to be someone that they bring in or someone that they bring in. Everybody's capable, but most people aren't motivated and coachable. So that's a great lesson.
I have a question.
Sure.
What are your thoughts on Genie Go and ASEA Connect?
I never really used Genie Go, so I'm not real fluent on it. I didn't, honestly. I used the report, I paid for it, so I got the reports as people signed up and enrolled, but I haven't really used it. Maybe someone else is better qualified to answer, but the company is going to stop providing them with data. I think it's coming up like soon. I'm still
Yeah.
getting notifications.
Oh, we have. They stopped it already.
Yeah, but that's weird because I got one today.
Okay, well, it used to show my rank and it doesn't anymore.
I don't know.
Well, they're not going to provide the information. You could still use it to send out, if you used it a lot, to send out information to new people from field leaders. They still don't have any of the field leader stuff on ASEA Connect. It's still all corporate right now. Now, they said they were going to maybe start some of that. They have to send it through all compliance and all that kind of stuff before they do any of that. So I don't know how long it will take, but that's up to you if you continue to use it. If you have all your contacts in there and you're using it on a daily basis. A lot of the diamonds didn't always use it on a daily basis because we don't prospect quite as much as we used to, but we love the notifications. But they are supposed to start those through ASEA Connect. So it's really a personal decision, I think. And I'm sorry all this, happened basically, but that's what ASEA has decided to do.
Well, the ASEA Connect evidently can be programmed to do whatever they want it, anything they want it to do, and it'll get there. And Seth Saunders is in charge of education at ASEA, and he's working on that.
Yeah, so he's gotten a lot of trainings on there and he will continue to do so. And Verb is a huge, company that can do most anything. And they knew that when they started with them, but I know Larry's worked very hard on it also. Any other questions at all?
I have an update of the people that was shown, the little Zoom that David did. One told me not interested. Another one wants to try the gel. A third one wants information on anti-aging. And 2, I haven't heard back yet. So far, those are the stats.
It's great. It's just now it's really follow-up. So we can talk about follow-up with these folks.
Well, I'm going to invite them, except for the one, to Dr. Hoffman's tomorrow information.
Definitely. And the ones that say they're not interested, I always say, just, out of curiosity, just be honest, out of curiosity, why aren't you interested? Just out of curiosity, be honest. Whatever they say, and say, that's cool. You know what? One day you're going to hear about it from other people. Will you at least promise me you'll come back to me? And what that does is that's posture. That's kind of like, I want you to know, but I damn well don't need you to know. And one day you're going to come back. So it's like, will you promise me? And secondly, do you know anybody that might be interested? I mean, someone you love who might be ill, who wasn't there to hear the information. And that's like sticking a knife in them and making them feel guilty,
Right.
Like, but see what they say, why they're not interested. And you don't focus on them, but hey, a lot of these people come back,
Right.
Yep. Does everybody that wanted to see the convention and all the breakout sessions are available now, which were just remarkable. I hope everybody watches it before they're gone. I mean, we were there. A lot of us were at the convention, so we already got it. But there were a couple sessions I couldn't see, and I've been going in and looking at them. But they're available. In fact, even if you did not register for the convention or the virtual, you still can go into your virtual office and get it. It's $49, and you have another couple weeks to watch all of it.
Hey, David and Debbie.
Hi,
Yeah.
Karen.
Can I just briefly share? It's the first time I just got off the phone. That's why I'm a little late. This is mental health awareness. My daughter suffers a lot with depression and she's in college, and so studying is a lot for her. She came home for Mother's Day and I gave her the mood. I mean, she went through an episode, and sometimes I have to check on her, make sure the doors are open so that she doesn't hurt herself. And I'm saying this in confidence. I know it's recorded, so if anyone's listening to this afterward, I just want to share with you, please, please, please share that mood. I gave her the mood yesterday and it took the edge off, but she still felt really bad about herself. But she said, Mom, it's taken the edge off. In the middle of the night, I heard her come into my bathroom and get another one. And this morning I went off to work and she took another one. And she just texted me and said, can I mix the mood with the energy? I have to study. So I said, no, no, no. I suggest you take the mind and the energy and then take the mood when you want to go to sleep. She is beyond, she's chatty, she's happy, she's making jokes, she's kind of lightened up. Oh, it is so huge for this child. I just beg you, please share this with anyone you know, because that is a big deal. And it happened in 24 hours. So that, no medication was helping her, nothing. And she drinks ASEA consistently because she wants the help. But that mood just changed her whole world. So thank you for letting me share that.
That is so beautiful.
It is.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, if you can save a child from any suffering like that, it's miraculous.
I'm going to tell you guys something. You know, knowing the facts about things is one thing, but telling stories is so much more important. I re-put in the information about that product in the chat again. And I urge you, don't take this lightly, these products. I mean, this is a breakthrough for humanity and we're the only ones that have it. Can people get the ingredients that are in these packs? They can get it, but to put them all together in one thing like this is remarkable, and they're powerful, very powerful. And by the way, I've put all three together in a water bottle. I mean, I put all three in a water bottle and shaken it up. There's no real interaction with these things, but you experiment with it. And it sure is better than taking pharmaceuticals. I'll tell you that. A hell of a lot better than taking Prozac or Wellbutrin or any of these things.
Or a bunch of caffeine or Red Bull or any of that stuff.
Elon Musk's just recently, I think he tweeted that Wellbutrin is an incredibly dangerous drug. And he came out and said that. Anyway, but Jeanette, thank you. I know you're.
I know that relieves you a great deal. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
David, we've had feedback that the energy is equal to Adderall without the jitters.
Mm-hmm.
We shared it with a couple that came over on Saturday evening, and she was sad that it hadn't come out sooner because her daughter's at Tech, going through finals at the moment, and she said they've had deaths at Tech because people have been buying what they think is Adderall and it's fentanyl laced, and they've been dying.
Yep. Oh gosh.
All in order to get through a finals exam.
Right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It's definitely a mission.
Yes,
Definitely.
it is.
It has to be.
Yes, it is.
Well, the best part is she's excited to share it with her friends. I said, good, because you need to have some job to get you through.
What we do is more important than most people.
Yeah. A new D300 lady, Jeanette. Excellent.
Yeah, right.
And,
we've got somebody in our team whose son has been very depressed and on a lot of medication, and she's had him on the mood. And she said that he's always been very isolated, won't come out of his bedroom, won't interact him, and kind of similar things you're talking about, Jeanette. He'd been through drug rehab and had made a connection with a doctor who was on the drug rehab program as well. And they'd always talked about getting together for lunch. He's never been able to get himself outside the door to do that. And he finally booked a luncheon and was still feeling very inclined to cancel. And he took Mood about 30 minutes before he was going to leave. And it gave him the oomph to be able to say, I can get out of the house. And he went and had lunch, had a great time, and came back and kind of said to his mum, you know, this is amazing. This is just really changing me and enabling me to get out. So we definitely got something very powerful.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Well,
All
pretty
right.
awesome.
So we should all go put this out to anybody with young adults in their house.
Yeah, young kids, I mean, look, we know what this does.
They're all
for
studying this week.
spectrum. This, and kids get this, they like it, it makes sense. You'd be amazed. I don't know how many people have kids who are like, I like this, I like this. And it really is bringing us into a whole different demographic of people. But all roads lead to this. It's like we want whatever gets them in the door, rub this on their neck. They want this, it'll lead to this. If they have mood problems, they're this. But this is the kingpin of what we have. And I'm just glad we have so many ways to get to it. And thank you all. I hope you have a great week.
Yes.
Wonderful week. And we're here if you need us, okay?
All
Don't
right.
be an island. Ask for help.
Yes.
Seriously, ask for help.
Yeah.
Someone calls me and says, can you help me? I'll say, what do you want? And what do you want out of this? And I'll give them an assignment. And if they do it, then I know they're serious and they learn so much, and they're empowered to move forward instead of just sitting and hoping something will happen. Okay. Anybody can do this. And if people run out of people they know, you know what? They say, I don't know anybody else. Well, number one, those people you can go back to, but also if you learn how to use social media, then you'll meet so many people. The whole idea in social media is to turn cold contacts into warm contacts. And then you build your list. If you're coachable and motivated, you'll be successful. You know, if you say, I can't do it because of this, then you won't. You'll just get stuck. But, you know, we're here to help you. Hope you guys have a great week. Thanks, Deb.
All right. Thank you, David. And
Thank
thank you everyone for being here. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Buddy.
Good night, all.
Thank you. Great meeting.